pressure was your driver under?
A massive pressure, and because he'd had 3 strikes with track limits, he couldn't afford to put a millimetre wrong with all that pressure. So I've gotten a great job by Max withstanding the pressure. But Lando was coming hard at the end of the race there. It was a race of 2 halves for us. The first half of the race was very strong. We built up to a 7.5, 8-second lead, but then the second half of that last stint, Lando started to really catch us very quickly.
Christian, it's come down to fine margins. It's not a long time since you've been having to watch a very small gap between you and second place. What have McLaren learned that have enabled them to close the gap on you, do you think?
Well, you can see the cars are converging. The latest upgrades, you can see they're all becoming very, very similar. And, the Ferrari as well, there's a real convergence, which always is going to happen when you've got stable rules. So it's nothing we haven't expected. But at this circuit, again, McLaren very quick and Ferrari as well.
Christian, just to dig a little deeper into what you said about tyre temperatures there, it seemed from our perspective that Lando just nurtured the tyres a little earlier in the stint, and at the end he had more in it. But what is affecting the tyre temperatures in that second half?
I think it was a little different. I think we perhaps put too much focus on the medium, and you can see we built up a big lead on the medium. And then halfway through the hard stint, we started to lose the temperature in the hard tyre, which is a very hard compound. And I think the McLaren just worked it a bit harder, and they saw the benefit from that in the second half of that hard stint.
And will that be track specific, or is that something to be a cause for concern going forwards as well?
I think it's on this day with that tyre at this circuit, and it will change. Again, next weekend, completely different challenge. So again, it's going to be a really tight fight with both McLaren and Ferrari.